Okay, hello. My name's SaveWithCrypto, and this channel is also called Save with Crypto. Funnily enough, it's amazing how that happened, isn't it? Anyway, I'm here on Saturday. I wasn't totally planning on doing this, but I think I'm going to try and do something at midday every day. That's midday UK time, just to keep the YouTube algorithm happy. To try and increase the size of this channel, because I think it's about time that I took it seriously, and not so much as a kind of hobby really. But let me just check the audio's okay. Not so much as a it is excellent, right? Almost like a fine-tuned thingy or whatever. Anyway, right. So hello all. Right, I've already said hello to John, Nick, and Florin. Firewatch is here. Hello there. And oh, CD's here as well. Great. Okay. Right. Well, right. All the OGs are all here. That's great. Brilliant. I'm pretty sure I know where most people are from, but if you want to just post in the chat what country you're in at the moment, that would be like quite good, just so I can get an idea of if I'm doing the right time of day or not. I kind of figure that midday UK is okay, and okay, so John's in the UK. KB's here. Hello, KB. I was just asking people like what country they're in at the moment, so I can get an idea of who's what. CD, you're in the US. Yeah, I did know that. Okay, brilliant. So US. So it's probably quite early in the morning, isn't it, for you? Okay. I know sometimes we got. I forget his name now. He's called Cryptic in the Discord, and he was called Brit Australian in the Telegram. And yeah, but anyway, he's in Australia, so I doubt we'll see him at the moment. Right, so CD's saying 6 a.m. My God, that is early. Okay, right, okay. I was awake at 6 myself, but I'm not sure I'd have been receptive at that time of day. Okay, brilliant. Right, so I'm just looking at this actually, because what I didn't realise was that yesterday in the morning, we did actually go lower than we did the Friday before, the Friday the 10th. Now, this is looking on the Bitcoin index chart. I'm kind of guessing that on some of the exchange charts, it wasn't quite like that. It wasn't, was it? So, for example, this one here, the ByBit chart, that went down to like, 100.9 or whatever. And then yesterday it was only 103.4. I guess that was with all the exchanges going wrong, wasn't it? What's this one here? This one is MEXC. Yeah, that went super low as well, and OKX, that was pretty low. So it seemed all the exchanges, got this incredible liquidation wick there. I mean, it kind of makes sense, because of the talk of all the cascading liquidations and all that sort of thing. Whereas the dump yesterday was a bit more controlled, if you like, controlled demolition. But yeah, anyway, so what I did do a little long yesterday, because it's something I talked about with maff yesterday. I did a long because I got this green background here at 11 in the morning UK time, which seemed pretty good to me. So I think the thing is with Quadzilla, what you need to do is you need to kind of make sure that everything's in your favor, really. So I mean, to me, we've got the green background. Now, the green background does mean that the convergence band here is below this 20% line, and some of the stochastics are starting to curl around and point upwards. That's basically when that appears. Obviously, if it's come right down and got super thin, like to 1 pixel wide like that, then that's a pretty good sign that all the stochastics are converging, which is basically that was the original idea of the quad rotation stochastic thing, which Quadzilla grew out of. So when you see something like that, it's normally really good, and even better than something like this where Actually, this one was quite good, actually, but let's find another one. Even better than, say, this one here, where obviously at this point here, we didn't quite get that little bit of space like we did here. I think math calls it airspace, doesn't it? We didn't get that airspace there. So I'm sticking my neck out here a bit. So that was the 14th of October, Tuesday. So that one there, I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, was it? But yeah, so this one here, I don't know. It's almost like almost like a catapult, where you're pulling back the thing and you let go and then boom, off it goes. That's kind of how I see it almost when the convergence band does that. So that was pretty good. Okay, so that's on the 1 hour. Right, just go look at some of these comments because quite interesting, really. So Firewatch is saying the weekends are busier with other things for me, but will join in when I can. To be honest, what I said yesterday was I said if it's a nice day today, I'll probably go for a bike ride. The weather outside, it's not raining, but it's grey and pretty much like the UK is most of the time. It's kind of grey, miserable, bit windy. So I don't really fancy it today. I might pop out for a bit this afternoon, but I did say if the weather wasn't brilliant, I'd probably just do a little bit. And it is really just, well, it's nice to be here anyway, but it's because I want to get into that YouTube algorithm so it expects a live stream every day at a similar time. I'm not sure about tomorrow, to be honest. I'll once again, I'll see what I can do. Maff isn't available today. He's gone looking at houses, actually. So that's nice. But he might be around tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have him there tomorrow. Firewatch saying some exchanges have edited the charts. That does not surprise me. Blimey. Yeah. Okay, cool. Excellent. Anyway, so what can we see for Bitcoin in the meantime? Well, yeah, let's have a look on a smaller time frame, like the 12-minute. You see, we've got all these. Sorry, that's a really confusing chart because it's got these extra lines on. Let me just choose a different one. Maybe the index chart is what I should use. Yeah, let's use that. Okay, let's get rid of that. See, what we've got as the price has been coming down, it has been drawing these kind of retracement lines here. Now, most of these, with the exception of that one and that one, these are all bearish ones. So what tends to happen with these ones is it goes back up to that sort of level and then it will sort of fall down again. However, there is a bullish one there as well. So, that one might give it a bit of extra oomph and up it goes, and then it'll probably die there, and then it'll probably die there. And if it gets above there, it'll probably go up for a bit and then die there. So you get the idea that, I mean, Quadzilla is actually showing you that there's going to be quite a lot of just choppy action, and keep doing that. It's going to be a lot of choppy action, and there has been, since well, yeah, all week really. Is that really the oh yeah? But I don't know. What I really want to see is another one of these, a nice bullish retracement sort of thing, where we can think, okay, we'll get that, and then we'll long it for a bit, but we'll know it will come back to there. That's what I'd love to see at the moment. So the title of the stream today was something like, what was it? Can we make money today? Yeah. To be honest, I don't know. Saturday isn't the best day at all. But the one thing I was looking at was this co-AI thing, right? Which I briefly looked at yesterday, and I actually said to Maff actually on the live stream, I said we didn't get time to do it. I think it was day before yesterday, but I said I really want to short this. Now the reason for that was I noticed that Blofin are delisting this, which is incredible because they only listed it like a month ago, and I thought, well, that's going to bring the price down, and it did actually. I didn't short it, unfortunately, but yeah, the price came down anyway. So would it go back up? Well, I don't know, possibly. Once again, I've been looking at this on different time frames, thinking like, well, where is a good level? And this one here, this is sort of springing to mind, isn't it? And I was thinking, if you look at that with the VRVP, not that this means a lot, because there's so little history, you know. With this, it's sort of implying that maybe we should be looking a little bit lower, actually. You know, maybe something like here at 6.067, something like that, might be a good opportunity to long it again. I don't know, really. I don't really know what it is. I know it's some sort of Chinese AI thing. And to be honest, I've never actually understood why AI things have to have crypto involved. Well, they don't have to, do they? I've never quite understood why, you know, they have AI. Is it just because it makes it sound trendy, so people buy the coin? I guess it is, isn't it? But yeah, so I don't know. I'm looking at, for this level here, and possibly a bit lower. I mean, it could come right down to here, you know. We don't really know, do we? Now, should you be shorting that at the moment? I think it's too late, to be honest. But anyway, that's one thing I did have my mind on. I did also look at Borg as well. Now, Borg, you can't really trade this because it's not particularly on any exchanges at the moment. I think it might still be on KuCoin, but I can't remember. But this is kind of, you know, been up and then it's come down quite a lot. And I was looking at this on something like that. Okay, 4-hour time frame. It's worth noting, by the way, that back here, I mean, when was that? That was May. I did put this circle and this arrow here. That was a thumbnail for a video, and I can't think why I did it. I suspect it was probably some sort of bullish cross on the EMAs. Might have been that there. That doesn't look that convincing. Was it a weekly? No. It was there though, wasn't it? I can't remember why I did that. Maybe it was like a daily. That was probably it, wasn't it? Yeah. So I think I might have put that there because the yellow EMA went above the green. But in actual fact, what happened there was it got to like June and it crossed back and the price went down, and then it crossed for real here in July, and then it's been lovely ever since, really. But it has pulled back a little bit at the moment. I'm just wondering if with this 4-hour, I wonder if it might get back down to there again, that kind of 40 cents kind of level. I don't know. The thing is, the company is doing really good things. It's all very cool, and they're very correct about what they do. You know, they really think about things. They don't go into anything without thinking about it. So overall, I think it's a very bullish project. So I don't know. If it doesn't come down there anyway, I might just buy a bit more Swissborg, I think. But yeah, it's not the sort of thing you can trade with leverage at the moment anyway. CD saying, how does CRO look? Yeah. CRO, God, I will confess, I didn't do very well on that Friday the 10th with CRO. I've been holding on to a position for too long, and when it started going down, I closed it with quite a big loss. So yeah, I'm a bit sort of I've got a bit of PTSD with with that and CRO. How's it looking? Well, let's put that VRVP back on again. So we're down to that kind of node there. Then there's one below there at like 12 cents. Will it come back that far? I'm not sure. Doesn't look brilliant at the moment, I must admit. See if we've got any Quadzilla levels. It's a bit of a mouthful. Quadzilla levels. Oh, CD. You got burnt as well. Sorry to hear that, mate. Would be nice to get some bullish news on CRO. Well, there is a something happening. Hang on a sec. Let me see if I can find it. So I'm just looking at a different screen at the moment. What was it now? So I just talk amongst yourselves while I find it. It was that Dutch guy, Coin Baron. Let me just share this tab instead. It was this guy, Coin Baron. He's worth following, actually. He seems like a nice fella. Got a funny accent because he's Dutch, but it's quite nice. It's quite nice to listen to. I quite enjoy listening to him. What was he talking about? There you go. Was it that? Yeah. So this thing here, on October the 30th, Kronos will receive a major upgrade called Smart Turn. With, in my humble opinion, some game-changing features. Okay, so let's have a look at his thread. So what that will have is, with the new upgrade, wallets will become smart, programmable wallets, single click, multiple transactions, customizable permissions, paymaster with gasless transactions. Not quite sure what that's all about. Okay, Kronos is an Ethereum virtual machine, EVM, and can therefore run with many of Ethereum's cutting-edge features, including Cancun fork and Prague fork. Feature 3 is performance. The chain can always be improved regarding snappiness and robustness. So also some changes are made regarding nodes and RPC. Small things that matter to both users as well as developers. Okay, and there's a blog about it here. So it might be worth looking at that. Now, will that have an effect on the price? Well, I can't see it having a negative effect, can you? So maybe October the 30th is a date to put in your diaries, maybe. But anyway, it's all to do with this EIP 7702, which is an Ethereum proposal. Let's get rid of that. Which is an Ethereum proposal that allows a regular externally owned account to function as a smart contract account, enhancing flexibility and functionality for dApps and users. Okay, that's a little bit beyond what I'm capable of understanding at the moment. So yeah, do take a look at this. I mean, I don't know. It's probably not going to be as big a news as, like, Trump's bought a load of CRO, but it's nevertheless it's something that could be good. Anyway, let's just go back to the chart for the moment. So yeah, so it's another one of these things, isn't it? Where it's leaving behind these retracement levels, but that when it goes back up there, it will go to that one, pull back, and then go to that one, pull back, go to that one, pull back. So it's probably in for a bit more chop. I mean, maybe that's what it's going to do. It's going to chop around for the next couple of weeks, and then at the end of the month, sort of burst into life and go back to 40 cents and beyond. I really hope so, because I've got a lot of CRO spot, and I keep thinking, like, is that really what I should be doing? Because I was thinking, like, if I'd just, I feel kind of good because I bought most of my CRO when it was 6 cents, although I think that was 6 cents in euros, so probably slightly more in dollars. And then shortly after it went down to 4, and then it went up to like $1 almost, and then it came down again. So I'm still feeling okay about it, but there again, part of me is thinking, Well, that was back in 2020 when, you know, Bitcoin was like 9 grand. So if I'd have bought Bitcoin then, I'd be like a lot better off with CRO. So I don't know really. I do need to decide what I'm going to do about these kind of things, because there are some things that I'm hanging on to because I like the companies, and that is like CRO, Swissborg, and a few other things. But like, I'm kind of thinking like, is that the best thing I should do? Because I know in a bull market, in a bear market, these things are going to pull back a lot, you know. But yeah, so I don't know. CRO, I can't see anything major chart wise at the moment that's looking amazing, to be honest. I mean, it's not looking bad. It just looks like it's going to go sideways. These EMAs are just, don't know, just not doing a lot. The 4 hour, I don't know. This 4 hour one that's starting to sort of perk up a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Really hard to say. Let me just have a look on the monthly time frame and just turn off Quadzilla for a moment. Just want to see if there's any obvious levels that we should be looking at. What do you reckon? It's kind of a little bit scary, isn't it? Because that kind of bit where it turned around there is probably a fairly important level. It kept coming back to there, didn't it? That's at 11.1 cents. I mean, if it was to go lower, I suppose that one is the one it kind of respected most, isn't it? Which is right down at 5.6 cents. I don't know. That would take another thing like that Friday the 10th to do that. So I don't know. I am still bullish actually on this. I know I sound like a broken record. No, broken clock. I know, broken clock. You know, I'll be right sooner or later. But I do think it will go back up, and I do think we will, you know, get higher than that all-time high and go beyond $1. I'm just not quite sure when. Which, well, of course I'm not. Anyway, CD saying I'd hate to round trip CRO again. I know, me too, and I kind of hope I haven't done it already. So I don't know really. Okay, Benny Crypto. I've not seen you before. Hello there. Short ETH, good money. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look at Ethereum. It might be a bit of background noise because my daughter's just switched on the shower. So sorry about that if there is. Actually, I could add a bit of music, I suppose, to sort of drown it out if it's a problem. Drown out the noise, not the daughter. Right. Let's have a look here. So Ethereum. Let's just remove that volume for a minute. Oh, hang on. There you go. Well, that's the monthly. What am I doing? So you reckon short this, do you? Okay. The only thing about that is here on the 1 hour, it does look like the yellow 21 EMA is coming towards the 55. If you're not familiar, with what I'm on about, is we often talk about these EMAs. These are the 5, 9, 21, and 55 EMA, and you can actually get these. Well, you can use regular indicators, or if you've got Quadzilla, you can just come into here and in the style tab and just enable 5, 9, 21, and 55. By default, the 21 and 55 are enabled because they're the kind of most important. But I quite like having the 9 and 5 on. But let's just leave those off for a minute, so to simplify things a little bit. So you see here, you've got the yellow and the green coming towards each other, and when they do that, sometimes they cross, and when they do cross, like that, for example, that is a very bearish sign. Sorry, very bullish sign. Let's get them right around. And you see, like back here, for example, when they crossed there, see here, the green was above the yellow, then they crossed over, then the yellow became above the green. And that's when we were down at 399 whatever, and we went up to, we went all the way up to here at 4.5k before we came back down when they crossed bearish. Okay, so I'd be careful. I'd be careful about shorting, because I think at the moment there is a possibility they could cross bullish. If we come down in time frames, say like to the 12-minute, so the 12 minute, for example, right? You can see this cross here, because the cross happened there. That was last night. The cross happened bullish, and the price went up. So yeah, I suppose if you're looking at the very small time frame, if you look out for the yellow crossing below the green, then it will probably dump a little bit, or even dump a lot. If you look here, when it did that, you see yesterday, it came down loads. So yeah, you might be able to short it for like a scalp. But I think over on the larger time frames, I'd be careful about that. So maybe if you look for a little short, and then when it's done that, get out, and then maybe look for a long. That's probably what I do. Not financial advice, of course. Now, if you want to find a good entry for going into your Ethereum trade, what I would do, I'd come right down on the time frames, and I'd kind of look, even on the 1 minute, I would look for something like one of these red backgrounds we get on Quadzilla. Okay, because when you get those, that's what I was saying earlier on, is it means this convergence band is right above here, over the 80% mark there, and it means that those stochastics have started to curl back down, meaning that the buyers have run out of steam a little bit, and then the price comes down. So I would look for something like that as a good position to go short. And you see, if you'd have done that, then you would have been at 3887, which is about $20 higher than where we are now. So there's that. Okay. Right, let's have a look at a few comments. So Benny's saying they delisted Co-AI before I could short it again. Gutted. Yeah, I know. I know they delisted it on Blofin. I did notice that on ByBit it's still tradable. So if you can use ByBit in your country, then you can actually trade it on that. It's going to be really dodgy, though, isn't it? Because if Blofin have delisted it, there's obviously something not quite right. So Benny's saying it's not easy on ETH at all. In a week we had 4,000. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean it's well, that's crypto, unfortunately, isn't it? Yeah, but I do think, I mean, Ethereum's got to get a new all-time high, hasn't it? This cycle, I just feel it has to, before the end. And it got so close, to like 5,000, but just didn't quite get there, did it? CD saying ETH seems to be respecting resistance so far. ETH ETFs loading up seems bullish short term to me. Yeah, I mean, I think we might get a little bit of a dump, and then it'll go up, but yeah, as I say, excuse me, as I say, it's sort of yeah. I mean, even on the 1 minute time frame, actually, we know with pretty good certainty that these like green retracement levels here, actually, no, that one in particular. Just let me check something. Hang on. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's worth noting that these ones with the cyan arrowhead, these are what we call the faster EMAs. So these ones are pretty reliable, but they're not quite as reliable as the ones with the green or red arrowheads. But yeah, we know with pretty good reliability that the price will probably come back down to that level and also that level there as well. After that, it'll probably go up, because that's normally what happens with these retracement levels. It comes down, overshoots or undershoots rather slightly, and then goes back up. Kind of like what we saw here, for example. Price went up, came down, undershoots, then goes back up. Look at another one in the past. I mean, this is only the 1 minute time frame, but it's still pretty good. It's also worth noting there are these ones down here as well, but they might not work. This one here, this was this one. Well, this is where we talk about the steps 1 and 2 sort of thing. So step 1 is where the price goes up after that retracement level appears, and step 2 is where it comes back down. Step 3 is where it goes back up. Now, obviously, they did go back up eventually, but yeah, not straight away. Actually, that's not right, is it? Hang on a sec. Am I looking at the right thing there? This is when I could do with math here. I think, no. I know. Okay, so yeah, technically what that did was it hit that level here, went below it, went back up it, which then completed the step 3, but it didn't go up very far, And the same thing happened here. It kind of went down, went up a little bit. So when it's like that, coming down pretty rapidly, that's what you may see. So, but completing the step 2 is for me, that's the money maker. That's where you can see the price is going to go to. But as I say, that's just the 1 minute time frame. And basically, we knew here that we're in a pretty good downtrend because the yellow is below the green EMA. But it's a bit weird looking at things on the 1 minute time frame. Let's look at it in the 1 hour. I'll stop talking about Ethereum in a moment. So I'm just looking at what it's done. Yeah. And you see here on the 1 hour, it's looking very much like these EMAs, one across. I mean, you can always go down to like a smaller time frame, like the 30-minute, and you'll see that they've actually crossed already there. So I'm guessing like the 45, they're probably on their way, aren't they? Yeah. And you see what Quadzilla does, it draws in this like shading here when they're approaching at a certain rate. And I think what you'll see there is if this shading continues to happen, then they probably will cross. If the shading stops happening, then they won't. Let me find you an example. Right, here you go. So this is an example of like the shading was there and then it stopped appearing. And at that point, the story changed and the price came down instead of going up. But generally, it's more like this. So do look out for that. Okay. Nick's short-term bullish for BTC also. Okay. Let me have another look. To be honest, I was so unplanned for this this show today. I didn't really know what to look at. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, same kind of thing, really. Now, they haven't quite crossed on the 30-minute, and they're not approaching fast enough to get the shading, but that is certainly something to watch out for. But it's just going to be weird because Saturdays are just weird, aren't they? Okay. So CD saying bullish trend in motion on the BTC 12-minute and 15, 30-minute heading that way. Don't see a lot of momentum. I think we are seeing a bullish divergence on the 4-hour, which can lead to some up action. Okay, excellent. I think I agree with you. KB, ideally need a weekly close back inside the range at 107.4. Where are we now? 107. Yeah, that would be nice. But probably not enough. Add much momentum up. Yeah, it just seems all a bit sideways at the moment. But I mean, I always say that weekends are a bit, a bit nothingy, but recently they haven't been. You see, now I'm looking at that. It's actually looking. I was like, that is actually looking very, very bullish, actually. And it is all green, isn't it, today? Yeah. I mean, to me, if I didn't know what day of the week it was, I would say it would probably go up there, come back a bit, go up, chop around. Maybe. Yeah, looks like it might do, that kind of thing. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? And that would probably fit in with Michael Saylor buying all his Bitcoin on Sunday, wouldn't it? That'd be it'll sort of step up and then it'll like crash on Monday or something. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, probably be careful if you're trading at the moment. I do feel. I don't know. I do feel there ought to be another horrific day, and I'm not ignoring these levels down here at like 62 and 58. I think that's for the next bull market, for the next bear market, though. I don't think that's relevant this year. I think that's going to happen next year sometime, or even the year after. I don't know, but yeah. So don't really know what to say, really. I'm probably going to get on with my Saturday now, and yeah, I'm going to thank everybody for coming along. I will try and do something at the same time tomorrow, maybe just a little short update like this, and just have a little chat with you all, see who's doing what. But I think probably what I'll be doing today, I'll be trying to get away from the charts, but I know I won't be able to because I'm addicted. So I think I'll be looking out for I don't know. I'll be looking out for these levels, maybe 106.4, 105.3. If I see them, I might consider a little long. If not, I'm going to try and sit on my hands and wait for a decent pullback. I think that's my plan. Anyway. All right, John. John's saying have a good day. Have a good day yourself, and you too, CD and Nick, Cyprian, Benny. Who else have we got here? Everybody else. Anyway, all right. I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be with Maff tomorrow, and you can give us some more wisdom on what's going on and everything. And yeah, just take care, everyone. Can you do us a massive favor? Can you put a like on the stream? And if you're not subscribed, I think most of you are, but if you're not subscribed, then please do consider doing so. In fact, just do so. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great Saturday. Bye.